your broadcast. The broadcast
What's
is
up,
now
guys?
starting. All
Market update
attendees are
Thursday,
in
March
listen-only
30th,
mode.
5:58 a.m. New York. So let's see where we are. I have an AJ long trade on at the moment. We'll get to that. Let's go in order. So the euro dollar has a particular situation going on here. Something to understand. This down move was not really built in and expected. And throughout this whole down move, there has been demand coming in consistently. And if you look at the 5-minute chart, you'll see signs of strength every time new low prices are made all throughout this move. Okay. We also see high volume strength off the low, right? Okay. So it's acting like a trap move. Now, it hasn't confirmed the long situation just yet, but it's still confirming up to this point that buyers are still active into down moves, which really means a potential long situation and a potential good reward reversing that entire area back up. But again, you see the new low ground, which is what's going to be very telling on this. Again, attracting demand, buyers. And you see the support of high volume again here. It's always into the low price areas. And again, just to show you some of that, right? Whether it's an active time of day or whenever it is, right? Here. It's been going on for a while. There. So, and again, from a 1 hour point of view, the strength here. And now, so looking for this fake break pattern to confirm that we are now sort of settling down and in accumulation mode. Because again, the high volume points are demand, and we're creating a bottom here. So if this could properly come back above the support and confirm the fake breakout, I would say it's officially in accumulation mode. I'd be looking to buy at that point and generally buy off of strength off the low. It may range for a little while here, but that's the idea once we can get above here. So, but it's a trade going against a strong downward momentum. I'm patient, and I want to make sure the selling has really dried up. That's the idea here on the test stuff for the entry. And this is basically becomes an accumulation mode. It's really all about this coming back and creating a fake breakout or a spring to have that really confirm that it is what it appears to be there. So if you look at the daily chart, it would be like a fake break of this and moving up as far as the pattern. So on the other hand, if it breaks to the downside, if it goes any lower, I'm spending a little more time on this because it's sort of an interesting story. The rest are more straightforward. If it does break this point, this support, again, this is new low ground, and this is the difference between a breakout or a fake breakout if it goes up. So important deciding point. If it goes below here and does not see signs of strength, volume is not high, rejecting the low prices, and it really shouldn't go down here at this point, then all hell may break loose as far as a sell-off, okay? So it's really the buyers that are holding this up. If they weren't active, the euro would probably be 200 pips lower right now if they hadn't bought into all these down moves. If they disappear, the thing's going to likely tank. So that gives you kind of a clue on the situation. I've seen this stuff many times. Every now and then it does do that tanking situation. The euro dollar might do that a few times a year. It's kind of a rare pattern, but I've come to recognize it. If at any point lower prices don't bring buyers, it's going off. Again, the complete opposite situation. Those buyers are geniuses if this thing actually maintains this low off strength now and reverses the move, the areas in which we saw strength coming in, which would really just be a fib retracement. If we end up here soon, today, tomorrow, I know it seems nuts at this point, but realistically, and it could be a quick move, then the buyers are geniuses, I suppose. But if they kind of give in and this demand is not coming in any longer, off it goes and it's going to melt down. So it's really a decision point. It could go either way. So that's what's happening there. So you should get a straight answer soon. Pound dollar, I'm not really messing with that. I'm treating this like a range pretty much. There's a lot of mixed signals in here. There wasn't really weakness before this down move. It's a bit of a reactive move and then a mix. So treating it like a range, I would look to sell high and buy low, particularly the fake breakouts, which does meet with a fib here. So I could go either direction off of a fake break and proper entry. It could be a simple double top or bottom, but I do like the fake breakouts, and they happen a lot in ranges. Now, the Australian dollar has gone back to being bullish. Okay, here's also something interesting to talk about, which I've mentioned before. If you really follow my stuff, or you've been in the live room, a tendency of the Australian dollar is often, a lot of times, more often than other pairs, other currencies, it will reverse without a sign of strength off the low. But you will soon see the high volume stuff come in. In this case, these are the short positions, right? Smart money is short throughout the down move. And where do they get out? They didn't get out here. There's not enough activity, first of all. But that, high volume sign of strength, climactic, to reverse a move, as you might expect here. Typically, you get more than that right off the low and when you have a reversal. This is where the activity took place as far as really dumping those short positions and seeing the bullish activity. It's high volume leading to a higher close. High volume leading to a higher close. So this is aggressive demand coming in, which is equivalent to the closing of some of these short positions. So this is a reversal situation. The Australian dollar tends to do this a little more often. This unconventional stuff, but you do see it. It's just not necessarily here. They're a little late to the party. They rather have taken profit down here, but they didn't. They didn't believe it was time to, and then it's sort of a sudden reaction. Again, you see a little more detail today, but this is interesting stuff. Again, you see a wide spread up on low volume, right? And here, some of these are pretty big, and the volume is not that high. And particularly that here, again, very widespread volume, not that high, right? That's because there's lack of selling. This is a real up move. Think of it as not a sign of weakness. So again, price can move up pretty well and efficiently and cover a lot of ground if there's a real lack of selling, of supply available. If there's a lack of supply available, the market can move up and cover a lot of ground on very little trading activity because the buyers have to find sellers and they're going to be higher. So that's what's going on here, okay? So here's some dumping of the short positions, and as things move up, really selling has been wiped out at this point, and it's clearly reversed our bias. Okay. Now, having said that, I just want a regular entry, right? We're bullish, we're trending upward, higher highs, higher lows, and I want a regular entry off of a sign of strength. Today I was looking for these levels potentially, which I didn't get. I ended up along the Australian dollar versus the yen because I think that's a better match with the weak yen. But potentially I was looking for these trades here, fib or a test of the support. You do have what basically looks like a fib retracement here. And you did get strength. So I could have taken that trade, but it wasn't as good as, as some of the other ones. So I had my choice here today on a couple of them. Now going forward, if this is able to break and do another leg up, I'd look for a retracement and entry. It could be back to resistance. Draw on your fib, draw your resistance, look for a sign of strength, and make sure there's not weakness coming in first. And it's a good, healthy trend. If you get, a reversal situation again, which of course could happen, it's likely going to happen into new high ground and rejecting on very high volume and bringing it back. Then the bullish bias is now over. Not seeming like it's going to happen anytime soon. Again, look at this high and the very low volume there, not showing selling very active. So it's unlikely that the seller's hanging around anywhere here. So it's very bullish. The Australian dollar itself is very bullish, but I like the AJ, which gave a retracement here and an entry today. Took with the the live session. And to get in there and just show you that real quick, I want to get to what's going to help you guys though. It was here, sign of strength, 618 overshoot, 14 EMA low volume test, entry. Was where was it? I think it was on this. Oh yeah, then I waited for the automatic rally to break at that point, so I was here on the entry into this. I guess it was right above there. That must have been it. Yep. So the point is, this is a regular trend retracement trade. 50 EMA, 618 overshoot, and really, that opportunity came and went. But going forward, this is likely where it's going to end up today. It's a little late to get in. If it breaks out, and again, there's no weakness, you're looking for these same sort of pullbacks again, right? That's the kind of stuff I like, regular simple trend trades, some confluence with some levels, fib, support resistance. You got daily pivot in here today, and of course volume agreeing, and a good healthy trend with no weakness. So you see that stuff continues to show up as it can move up plenty from here. Really a lack of sell activity. If you're more into chasing price and scalping and whatever, then look to buy the AJ. Okay. Again, of course, on the other hand, you can get climactic weakness and now you're going short, but I don't think that's going to happen. But whatever the chart says. Pound yen, basically the yen is weak, so everything's looking bullish, but this has a very sloppy background. So I've been skipping this for now. Better opportunities. So again, the AJ was good. EJ is a good situation here. It was in a range for a while. It gave a couple of fake breakout range trades, or this may have not been an entry there, but the pattern of a fake breakout, and it's definitely acting like a range, but now there's been a lot of strength in the background, so I'd rather be going long in this range, right? And maybe we can call it accumulation now. Not much selling compared to the buying, so we could say that. Now, on the revisit of this box, which is drawn over these pins, right? That's my demand zone. This showed up here, and then you check out the 1 minute, you'll see the volume spikes at the low prices too. So as soon as it entered, again, that's a 1 hour pin off of yesterday, marking where buyers may show up if they're interested. And there you go. This is that London open volume, which tends to spike for a few minutes. So that is, into the session. We get that sign of strength. Again, here, the 1 minute spikes, you see a sign of strength. Automatic rally push. So this is very bullish going forward. We're doing a break test continuation of automatic rally. Everything's very clean. There's been some weakness here, which would have me hold off to the entry. I should get this video out soon. This is where some selling was present, but the trade is pretty much confirmed. Besides that, everything is there. I like this shape of volume under a double bottom. There's a lot of textbook stuff in here. Everything's very clean. If we're getting through this area without weakness, see there's some weakness. If you're getting through that, maybe on a no supply and break, right, then the entry is confirmed. The issue is dealing with these sellers. I wouldn't buy right into that. Now, if it goes back to the low and gives you sign of strength, we kind of start again off of strength and maybe another automatic rally, and this becomes a test area in the future. So it could still give you that ranging for a while, dip, sign of strength, and there's still an accumulation mode there. If it doesn't dip and you're just floating through here with no weakness and maybe a no supply pause there, then I would take that entry. And I'm already long against the yen, so I may put just a small position on that because they're likely to have a similar outcome. I also I like that the Australian dollar is pretty much the bullish pair of the moment and the yen is the weak pair, so it was a nice matchup. Euro still has to kind of decide what it's up to, so it's a bit more iffy with that whole situation. But it may go bullish, may not. I don't know. The market doesn't know yet about the euro. So that's about it. UJ's been clean and giving some opportunities yesterday. Simple trend retracement trade, or retracement trade, not a trend. Accumulation into markup. This is automatic rally retest and 50 fib. Today, this very predictable, clean stuff. Again, this is similar to some of the yen pairs. So the opportunity came and went. But if you find yourself down here again, which really could happen, and you're getting strength, it's likely heading up. And if you break out without weakness, stay in that uptrend, look for those further retracements, right? If you get climactic weakness and new high ground rejects, then change direction. We're talking about short. So that applies to a few of the pairs, that whole thing there. All right, guys, market's looking pretty good. I like it. Yesterday, I didn't get a trade, and it's a couple of weird things happened, but it could straighten itself out quickly, and I feel like right now it's in very much a normal mode. But what's going to happen with the euro dollar is a interesting story right now to follow. You're either going to have, again, reverse this and fairly quickly. Buyers are genius. They bought the route here and they brought it back, or the thing's going to free fall if at any point lower prices come in and you don't see signs of strength for the first time in a long time in 48 hours. Then the thing they might dump it and down it goes. Medium volume, widespread candles that close on their low, and the thing is in meltdown mode. I don't chase breakouts, but you know, might have something like that go on. All right, guys. Hope that helps. See ya.